1, 2, 3. Ready? Tovu manayim shebera ine matovu manayim sheberachim gam yachad 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 ine matovu manayim sheberachim gam yachad.
Chag Sameach. So wonderful to see a full room. You know, this is when at the very end of Sukkot we start praying for rain. It already worked. We can go home. No, we can't go home. We have some dancing to do. Just amazing to see our wonderful Beth-El Mishpacha family here, along with friends from Temple Isaiah, Rabbi Bloom and Cantor Friedlander, and even some wonderful guests from the Great Neck Chinese Association. It's a gift to be able to share our tradition with you. And so this is an evening of great joy, and it's a physical evening. So if you feel slightly cold, don't worry. There will be opportunities to work up a sweat. We're going to begin as we begin all our holidays. We begin in the evening, and we move into the day. It's a wonderful, I think, symbol of hope. We know the light of day is coming, and we begin our holidays even when the day hasn't yet dawned. And so for the kindling of the holiday lights, and that blessing can be found on page 120, it's my honor to call up President Ron Epstein and Gary Slobin, soon to soon, not too soon, but soon we'll be in that seat. And representing Temple Isaiah, Terry Birnbaum Horton. Thank you.
As they are coming up, just a little guidelines. If this is your first time at Temple Beth-El, you should have a blue prayer book in front of you. It should say a Reform Siddur, weekdays and festivals. If you can take this opportunity to make sure your cell phone is on silent. We try not to have cell phones present while we are really in our worship space. And enjoy and be with us. If you need any books, if you do not have a book, Martha is standing right there. She's happy to bring some to you. Amen.
And Kiddush can be found on page 122.
Before we do the Kiddush, let's all rise for the Shechechianu. Page 122. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shechechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Kiddush on page 122. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar banu mikol am ורוממנו מכל לשון וקידשנו במצוותיו ותיתן לנו אדוני אלוהינו באהבה מועדים לשמחה חגים וזמנים לששון את יום חג שמיני חג העצרת הזה זמן שמחתנו מקרא קודש זכר ליציאת מצרים כי בנו בחרת ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים ומועדי קודשך בשמחה ובששון הנחלתנו ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש ישראל והזמנים.
Continuing on the bottom of 125, let's offer the reading at the bottom of the page. May our eyes sparkle with the light of Torah and our ears hear the music of its words. May the space between each letter of the scrolls bring warmth and comfort to our soul. May the syllables draw holiness from our heart, and may this holiness be gentle and soothing to us and all of God's creatures.
Please be seated. Chag Sameach, everyone. What a wonderful moment for us to be together gathering here. We're so happy to be celebrating this holiday with Beth-El members and guests from Temple Isaiah and from the Great Neck Chinese Association and visitors from the broader Great Neck community or wherever you may be from. As we enter into this holiday of Simchat Torah tonight, we say a sort of goodbye to Sukkot, our festival of ingathering. For the last week, we've celebrated Zman Simchatenu, our time of joy. During Sukkot, we're commanded to rejoice as we dwell in temporary structures and offer warm hospitality. It's a funny thing to be commanded to rejoice, especially as we confront the elements in our temporary homes and contemplate our mortality as summer fades into fall. Tonight, we enter a festival with a different kind of joy, the joy of Torah. For many of you, our Torah study and adult education regulars, for example, Torah brings joy all year, hopefully for all of us. But tonight, all of us here will dance and parade and celebrate with our physical Torah scrolls. We all rejoice in the lessons our scrolls teach At Beth-El, we're blessed to play home to 10 Torah scrolls, each with a different history and origin. Each of our Torahs has a hand-embroidered cloak made with love many years ago. The cloaks are each distinct. Each one bears a different Hebrew word, a value, like truth or righteousness or peace. Though our scrolls look different on the outside, each one is identical on the inside. The words contained in our holy scrolls are the same, no matter how intricate or plain the dressings and decorations on each scroll might be. As we move from Sukkot to Simchat Torah, we celebrate the uniqueness of each scroll, just as we celebrate that what matters, the content of each scroll, is the same. As we move from a festival of hospitality to a festival of celebration, our dancing and joyousness tonight is a reflection of our honoring that it is what is at our cores that is what matters. It is a reminder to celebrate that there is more within us that unites us than divides us or distinguishes us. Simchat Torah is a call not only to rejoice in Torah, but to rejoice in humanity, to love our neighbors as ourselves, to stand side by side with members of our community and cherish the bonds that we have with each other. So as one community, we'll rise and turn to page 130 for Baruch Hu.
Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Ya la 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 la, 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 ya la 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 la.
Page 132.
A prayer for creation, 132. Praised are you, Adonai our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being, skillfully opens the gates, thoughtfully alters the time and changes the seasons, and arranges the stars in their heavenly courses according to plan. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light, transforming day into night and distinguishing one from the other. Adonai Tsebaot is your name. Ever-living God, may you reign continually over us into eternity. Baruch atah Adonai Aravim. 134.
Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta. Al kein Adonai Eloheinu b'shochbeinu v'kumeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם ולילה, יומם ולילה. אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך וקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, וייתן קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות להם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. אמת.
It's now my honor to call up Lori Beth Schwartz, along with Alice Magai, representing the Great Neck Chinese Association, to offer a statement of solidarity. Good evening, everyone. Hi. Is this working? Yeah. This statement of solidarity was written by myself and Lily Wang, may she rest in peace, as a result of some very unfortunate instances that were happening, anti-Semitic in particular. And it was Lily and the members of the Great Neck Chinese Association who jumped to call myself and other members of the UPTC at the time to try to maintain harmony and peace in our community and help us get through this. So this evening is an embodiment of actually the thoughts in this. The highest result of education is tolerance. Helen Keller.
Great Neck is a wonderful place to live and work. We are proud to be part of this community, united by our common desire to nurture our children and to create a safe haven for our families to thrive.
Mutual respect and understanding thrives on personal relationships cultivated one at a time and spread through education. We are committed to work side by side to ensure that we cultivate these bonds of mutual respect and understanding.
We pledge to start with ourselves and by our example, strengthen the bonds in our children and family, our friends and neighbors. By extension, these bonds will reverberate through our community, our educators, our clergy, and our community leaders.
Let us all respect the diversity within our community and acknowledge that our individual perspectives, when shared, will serve to enrich our existence and broaden our children's view of the world. Learning about and respecting our different cultures will broaden our view of this world.
We pledge to increase our efforts to build a true sense of community.
We pledge to practice tolerance, to invite our brothers and sisters to celebrate our individual cultures.
We pledge to be part of the solution, not the problem.
We pledge to treat one another with dignity and respect and make every effort to promote the above in our community. Let us all live.
Let us live
all
in
live in harmony. So moving from this beautiful sentiment of unity to the moment of joy that is for in the Jewish ethos is that moment of freedom at the sea. We move from a place of narrowness and constriction that is Egypt, that limited thinking, to an open-hearted embracing of freedom. Micha Mocha can be found on page 142.
Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai. Micha mocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilo osef elen nora tehilot osef elen malchutecha ra'u banecha bokeyam lifnei Moshe Miriam zeli anu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed Yai lai yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 Yai lai 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 lai.
We'll continue on page 144 of our prayer books as we offer this prayer for peace, Hashkivenu, where we pray that we can all feel the shelter of God's presence around us. Page 144.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Ve'hamidenu shomreinu Shomreinu lechayim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Hamidenu shomreinu Shomreinu lechayim Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha Ufros aleinu Sukkot shlomecha Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom Ve'hamidenu shomreinu Shomreinu lechayim.
So, first of all, Chag Sameach. Oh man, you do that so well. So, I'm Rabbi Jerry Blum. I am from Temple Isaiah, and I want to thank you all so much for having us here. Our friends from Beth-El are just so dear to us, and we look forward to so many times together and working together and learning together and building more community around this beautiful, beautiful community that we call home. Amen Salah, right? Sukkot, and specifically Simchat Torah, even from the moment that I was a kid, was my favorite holiday in the entire world, even better than Hanukkah, better than anything. It was my favorite, and for many good reasons. Talmud said that this is the happiest time of the year. This is the happiest holiday. And yet, it's very, very strange because the liturgy that we do, the things that we do, the, the, the praises that we say on a daily basis during Chol HaMoed, the books that we read, Kohelet, they speak to something different. They speak to something a lot deeper. They speak to the tensions that we have, the tensions in our lives. They talk to something that's just very, very deep. They talk about life. They talk very, very simply about circles. And we do a lot of circles during Simchat Torah and Sukkot. And we do a lot of things that have to do with circles. And circles are the cycles also. And those cycles speak to what we do in our lives. Cycles sometimes go up and sometimes go down. But it's all a big cycle and all a big circle. And we like to say that with circles, there is no ending and there is no beginning. And beautifully put, our sages tell us, Ein Sof, there is no ending. It's a continuum. It's a growth pattern. It's a journey from the beginning to the end, and then we start all over again. Now, I know this is going to date me a little bit, but one of my favorite songs was from Donovan Leitch. Does anybody remember Donovan Leitch? 1969. It was like yesterday, right? And he says, happiness runs in a circular motion. Happiness runs in a circular motion. Life is like a little boat upon the sea. You remember that one? Right. And it speaks to our lives ourselves. It speaks to this Chag. We have ups and we have downs. We have the highest of highs and the lowest of lows that cuts directly to our core. And we talk about them. The fragility of life. We live in a hut for as many days as we live in it. I mean, sometimes it does rain and sometimes the roof falls off. But the fact of the matter is, this is a fragile life. This is a life that we can't count on. This is a harvest. And when we have harvests, we know what we're planting, but we don't know what's going to come out of the ground. So we're a little afraid. The circular motion with the ups and the downs. And the all Ein Sof speaks to what we do in our lives. It's a metaphor for our lives. It's a metaphor for our spiritual lives, for our Jewish lives, for our secular lives, for everything that we do. We can count on that. And we can't count on very much else. There's a beauty in this because this is what happens even tonight. We'll read from the very, very end of the Torah, and it speaks about the death of Moshe Rabbeinu. It speaks about the death of Moses. And just seconds later, we begin with the glory of creation. How we just bring out the Garden of Eden. And it's done on purpose. It's done to make us see life in different ways. It's done to make us understand that life doesn't always give us an easy ride around the circle of life. But it has ups and it has downs. And yet, Ein Sof. There's a great story that happened to me many years ago when I was starting in this industry, as it were. And I had a Baal Tshuva. It was a great, great story. Baal Tshuva is a person who wants to come back to his or her religion and really studies hard and everything like that. And this Baal Tshuva was Moshe. And it's the story of Joseph and his brothers being sold into slavery. And here this Baal Tshuva is like he's sitting in his seat, and the tears were coming down his cheeks. He was so upset. And I went over to him afterwards and I said, "Oh my God, what's going on?" He said, "Rabbi, I can't take it. I cannot believe what his brothers did to him, what his brothers did to Joseph, how they sold him into slavery." And frankly, I was very, very moved. It was incredible that he would think about that. It was incredible to think that he would see and put himself in the position of Yosef, a real tzaddik. So next year, of course, I was ready for him, and I had the tissues, and I had some water on the side, and a little bottle of water, and I was ready for him to be crying and everything like that, because he's that kind of guy. And we're reading, and we're reading, and we're reading, and I'm looking at him, and he is angry. He's angry. And I go over to him, I said, what's going on? And he said to me, "You know something? Last year I was very, very upset. But why couldn't Joseph just learn his lesson and stop being that way?" We each come into life with our own interpretations, with our own little pekala, with our own little baggage. We see things through different experiences. We bring that to our lives, and that's what we do here. We begin a circle and we end a circle, and we continue that circle on. Each year, the text stays the same, but our perspective changes. We see things. We notice those little nisim, those little miracles where they should be. We notice the little brachot, and yet, we're thankful because we can see things in a different way. I pray that we learn from these things. Makor HaChaim b'chol shana v'shana ata noteh banu etz chayim chadash, source of all life. Every year you plant within us a new tree of life. May it be your will that this year our interpretations will blossom forth kindness and not cruelty, wisdom and not foolishness, awareness and not thoughtlessness. May you teach us a Torah of love that will nourish us in the coming days at every hour. Let us say.
We now turn to page 204 and rise for the Amidah, a moment of personal prayer.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi yagi teilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, El Hagadol, Hagibor ve'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'konei Hakol, Ve'zocher Chazdei Avot ve'imahot, U'mevii Geula livnei bneihem, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומגדיר אסורים, ומחייהו קדוש ושמך קדוש, אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש, האל הקדוש.
We continue privately with the Amidah through page 228 of our prayer books. You may remain standing or be seated according to your custom, following either the prayers in the prayer book or the prayers in your own heart. We'll join up together in a few moments on page 228.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו
Our Torah service begins on page 230, and we have some Torah holders, 6 in total, that are going to come up. And so if you hear your name, head to the bima. Naim Perez, Micha Resnick, and from Temple Isaiah, Lloyd Perel and Ruth Isaacs, and representing our JTC, our teen club, Dana Kagan and Harrison Weinberg. Come on up. And let's all rise. 236? Yeah, I think we should. 2:30.
Rabba Elohim Adonai ve'en kema'asecha
מלכותך מלכות כל עולמים וממשלתך בכל דור ודור. אדוני מלך, אדוני מלך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. אדוני עוז לעמו ייתן, אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום. אב הרחמים היטיבה ברצונך את ציון. תבנה חומות ירושלים, תבנה חומות ירושלים. כי בך לבד בטחנו, מלך אל רם ונישא, אדון עולמים.
There's no key.
ציון תצא תורה, כי מציון תצא תורה, ודבר אדוני מירושלים.
232.
ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה, ברוך שנתן תורה, תורה, לעמו ישראל בקדושתו.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד.
שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד.
אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, קדוש שמו.
אחד אלוהינו, גדול אדוננו, קדוש שמו.
גדול אדוני.
הייתי ונרוממה שמו יחדיו.
Okay, so before we start the Hakafah, bunch of choreographical requests. This is what's going to happen. You guys, Micha, you're going to go around the left and then come down the middle. Don't go anywhere. Naim, you're going to go to the right and come down the middle. And I want to ask everyone to move. We're going to form a bridge. Here, Tara, will you come here? Everyone is going to come to the middle. So like this. And you're going to go like this because Naim and Micha, when they get to the back together, they're going to come down for the first Hakafah. Do you understand? So everybody could be moving towards the middle.
So everyone should be out of the pews, and this is on either side of this carpet, so you're going to have to come all the way up here.
Hello.
Our Torah holders, we're going to have 3 hakafot. Beautiful, beautiful. All the way, shoulder to shoulder, facing each other, not against the wall, no one against the wall. We're going down the middle. And if it's uncomfortable for you to stand, of course, you can stay seated. Shoulder to shoulder, beautiful. Not yet. Not yet. Whoa. Okay. And remember, when a Torah is coming underneath, it'll be very important to lift up your hands because it's so hard to hold a Torah and bend down. So everyone, if you can, squeeze in. And then we'll have two more opportunities with our teens holding Torahs and our Isaiah folks holding Torahs. So I think we are, and if you're in the aisles or around the walls, clear it out so our Torah holders can come through.
Okay, so Torah, Naim and Micha, start your walk, and we're going to go.
Okay.
Yoshiana, Hatzlichana, Ananenu, Yanenu, Biyom Koreinu.
Lift up your hands as they come through, so they don't have to bend down.
Hoshiana, Bochein Lebavot, Hatzlichana, Goel Chazak Hanenu, Biyom Koreinu, Yai-da-dai-dai, Anenu, Anenu, Biyom Koreinu, Yai-da-dai, Anenu, Anenu, Biyom
Koreinu,
Yai-da-dai, Anenu, Anenu, Biyom Koreinu, Yai-ai, Anenu, Anenu, Biyom Koreinu. Why don't we? Yai-da-dai-dai, Anenu, Anenu, Biyom Koreinu, Yai-da-dai-dai,
Anenu, Anenu, Yom Koreinu, Anenu, Anenu, Yom Koreinu, Anenu, Anenu, Yom Koreinu.
Okay, so we have two more hakafot to do. Two more hakafot.
Yes.
So the second hakafah is all of the folks from Temple Isaiah, and so for all of you, all the Temple Isaiah people, follow behind your two Torah carriers. Okay, all the Temple Isaiah people back there. We'll take our time. Don't run. We got time. Go to the back of the room
And
because
make a beautiful bridge, but then when the Torah holders come through, lift up your arms so they don't have to bend down. Okay, let's see the bridge again. Don't break the bridge.
Okay, we ready in the back? Dover tzedakot,
Hoshiana, Adur bilbusho, Hatzlichana, Vatik v'chasid anenu, V'yom koreinu,
So what's going to happen now, friends, is we're going to dance with the Torah. So in a gentle way, when you come forward, and as you're coming forward, I want to say something about what we're about to do. Rabbi Bloom, Rabbi Molbaum have each spoken to it beautifully. Come forward, because we're going to dance in this circle. We're going to dance in this circle. And as Rabbi Jerry said, tonight is a night of joy. Shh, 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 shh. If I could, come close, come forward. Tonight's a night of joy, but it's not about superficial joy. Don't sit. You don't have to sit. The point is to stand. And we're going to make circles, 3 circles, around 3 different Torahs. We've gone, keep coming, it's okay, keep coming. We've gone from the very internal introspection, self-reflection of Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur. We've gone from that very internal spiritual place. And what was the last thing we did as we concluded in the Elah? We hammered a nail into a piece of wood, reminding us that we're about to go out into the world. It's now a world of action. You go from the very internal spiritual place of Yom Kippur to a very physical place of Sukkot. We build the sukkah, we wave the lulav. And now we take the final step of embodying our spirituality. Every one of us is called to hold a Torah. We're going to make circles around the Torah. Every muscle can be used when we're holding and dancing. Every muscle. And we want every muscle, every thought we can to be directed toward a life of spirituality, of connection, of community, of heart. How do we open up our hearts to be able to take care of each other in the best, the highest ways we possibly can? That's what tonight's spirit is. That's what the dancing is about. It's about us being there together, holding the Torah together, holding each other together, using every muscle of our body to bring goodness into the world. Okay, so the Torahs come down. Let's do it. And we can start the music and make 3 circles. 3 circles.
ויחד לבבינו לאהבה וליראה את שמך ולא נבוש ולא ניכלם ולא ניכשם לעולם ועד כי בשם קודשך הגדול באהבה בטחנו נגילה ונשמחה בתורתך וחרר עינינו בתורתך לדבק ליבנו במצוותיך ויחד לבבינו לאהבה וליראה את שמך ולא נבוש ולא ניכלם ולא ניכשל לעולם ועד כי בשם קודשך הגדול ולתורה בטחנו נגילה ונשמחה בשועתך יאי לי 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 כי במועד כי במועד כי במועד כי במועד יאי לי 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 Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Ben Ismecha.
Everyone has to hold it.
Nagila Hava Nagila Hava Nagila Ben Ismecha. Hava Neranena Hava Neranena Hava Neranena Ben Ismecha. Hava Neranena Hava Neranena Hava Neranena Ben Ismecha. Uruachim ben Esameach, Uruachim, Uruachim ben Esameach. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila ben Ismecha. Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila, Hava Nagila ben Ismecha. Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena ben Ismecha. Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena, Hava Neranena ben Ismecha. Uruachim, Uruachim ben Esameach, Uruachim ben Esameach. Ben Esameach, Uruachim ben Esameach, Uruachim, Uruachim ben Esamecha. Ben Yushalom Alechem, Ben Yushalom Alechem, Ben Yushalom Alechem, Ben Yushalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem, Ben Yushalom Alechem, Ben Yushalom Alechem, Ben Yushalom Alechem, Ben Yushalom, Shalom, Shalom Alechem, Ben Yushalom Alechem, Heaven you shalom alechem, Heaven you shalom alechem, Heaven you shalom, shalom, shalom alechem.
Torah, Torah, Torah.
Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah.
The lead sheet one. Next one. Next one, next one. Next one.
Und wir seinen alle Brüder, oi, oi, alle Brüder, und wir singen viele Lieder, oi, oi, oi. Und wir halten sich in eine, oi, oi, alle Brüder, oi, oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Und wir seien alle Schwester, oi, oi, alle Schwester, oi, oi, oi. Und wir seien freilich munter, oi, oi, freilich munter, singen Lieder, tanzen unter, oi, oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Mit Licht, Verein, Licht, alle, oi, oi, Verein, Licht, alle, Vollverzossen mit im Halle, oi, oi, oi. Sie versuchen mit der Rasche, oi, oi, mit der Rasche, wird sich mit der Du, ich klatsche, oi, oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi oy, 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 oy. Nagila hava. Nagila.
Yeah.
Hava. Nagila hava. Nagila hava. Nagila benismecha. Hava. Nagila hava. Nagila hava. Nagila benismecha. Hava neranena. Hava neranena. Hava neranena benismecha. Hava neranena. Hava neranena. Hava neranena benismecha. Uruachim, Uruachim ben Sameach, Uruachim ben Sameach, Uruachim ben Sameach, Uruachim ben Sameach, Uruachim, Uruachim ben Sameach. Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila ben Ismecha. Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila, Hava, Nagila ben Ismecha. Hava neranena, Hava neranena, Hava neranena benismecha. Hava neranena, Hava neranena, Hava neranena benismecha. Uruachim, Uruachim ben Sameach, Uruachim ben Sameach, Uruachim ben Sameach, Uruachim ben Sameach, Uruachim, Uruachim Sameach. וחרר עינינו בתורתך ודבק ליבנו במצוותיך ויחד לבבינו לאהבה וליראה את שמך ולא נבוש ולא ניכלם ולא ניכשל לעולם ועד כי בשם קודשך הגדול והנורא בטחנו נגילה ונשמחה נגילה ונשמחה בשבועתך חרר עינינו בתורתך ולא ניכשל לעולם ועד כי בשם קודשך הגדול בטחנו נגילה נגילה לי 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 כי במועד כי במועד כי במועד כי במועד יא לילה יא לילה 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 Oi, oi, oi. Wir können alle Brüder, oi, oi, alle Brüder. Und wir singen für die Lieder, oi, oi, oi. Und wir halten sich in einem, oi, oi, sich in einem. Alles fließt in der Park in einem, oi, oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Keep going, oi, oi, oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi,
right. We promise you would get your money's worth. Okay. We are now going to, if you're holding a Torah, bring it up this way. We're going to return our Sifrei Torah, our beautiful Torah scrolls to the ark. And everyone else, we now come to the moment where we're going to unroll a Torah scroll. So we need everybody standing around the edges of the room. So if there's a scroll or anything, clear the edges. We're going to stand shoulder to shoulder in a big circle, facing in with our backs against the wall, as it were, all the way around. We're going to make a circle. No, probably starting here. We'll cut across here. So help us make a circle. We're going to begin unfolding a Torah scroll, but we need people to hold it. Shoulder to shoulder. Beautiful, beautiful. Shoulder to shoulder, all around the edges. We need the circle to be unbroken because we need all parts of the parchment held up. So as the Torah scroll comes to you, inviting you to hold it very gently from the top and also maybe a little bit from the bottom, trying not to get your fingers on the front of it, of course. Mayor? Mayor? Okay, that's good, that's fine. Wow, you guys are good. You guys are good. So super precious, super sacred. We're starting to unroll it. And a little spoiler alert, if you're in Club Chai, we're going to be inviting you to have the honor of an aliyah. So you can come up here. And also, if you're someone who recently bar mitzvahed or bat mitzvahed your youngest child or only child, you're also going to have the honor of an aliyah. So I think you come right here next to me. So that would be Friedman. Sanders is in the house, I believe. That would be Sutton. Come on up here. Any Suttons around? Or anybody who had their youngest child become a bar bat mitzvah, motion beautiful, because that means you're in the Schwartz, Schiff, in the last 2 years. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Beautiful. Wait, this is a big group. Okay, it won't be for a little while. What? Depends on the. And do we have any members of Club Chai here? They're getting the other aliyah. If you're a member of Club Chai, got a lane? Maybe, I think some of them were worried about driving in the dark, so maybe they left. Okay, how about grandparents in the house? If you're a grandparent, you can come and stand near me for the honor of that aliyah. Yes! Even if you're very tall grandparents. So Club Chai and grandparents. Beautiful. You guys are going to get the Bereshit aliyah. You're going to get the Bereshit aliyah, not for a little while, but it will happen. And will you hand this yad to Tracy when she's chanting? Will you hand this yad to Cantor Friedland when she starts chanting, which will be a little while? Okay. Okay, here it comes. Beautiful. Thank you, Stephen. We'll pay for the physical therapy.
Oh, amazing.
Here
You
we
guys are
are.
you guys are amazing. Unbelievable. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's make it a
Is
complete
this
circle.
a sight or what? Is this a sight? This is a sight. You guys are a sight. You guys, that's what's so beautiful.
The long arm of the law.
You on
Okay.
your tippy toes, Ron? I would be.
Tracy.
Sharon, we only see your eyes. Hello, Aiden.
Doesn't seem big enough. Oh, interesting. Okay. As has been the tradition, we're going to have a very, very abbreviated Torah tour, as it were. You know, we have a generation of short attention spans, myself included. So on one foot, what is in this gorgeous, gorgeous scroll? Well, we start off with the big. What's the first letter of the Torah? Bait. Bet is for the big. Oh, come on.
The big inning that
The
we
big
just
Bereshit,
lost.
the big bang. At the count of three, say bang. Achad, shtaim, shalosh.
Bang.
Oh my gosh, all of a sudden there's creation. There are whales, there are amoebas, there's stardust, there's bushes, there's butterflies, there's everything. Creation, it's going great until people start to mess it up. God's like, okay, I'm going for draft 2 after the big flood. And God says, you know what I need to make this all work? I need covenant. I need to call to someone to bring them into covenant. And so God says to Abraham, very good. Torah study in action. Lech lecha. Lech lecha. Go forth.
Rabbi Herman.
Exactly. Thank you very much. And so the covenant begins. Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob and Rhea and Rachel. Yes. And they move but you know what? There's a problem. It's family. Family. Jacob's sons, all 12 of them, they are fighting. They are not being very nice. Joseph is strutting around in his tunic saying he's better. Where does he end up? Enough to make you cry in the bottom of a pit. And finally, when you treat each other badly, loved ones, strangers, wherever, you know where that lands you? Right in the land of Egypt. Not easy.
Boo.
Thank you, Rabbi Meir. Go down Moses' way. It is hard in Egypt. The Pharaoh that arises doesn't remember how great Joseph was. Life is tough, but Moses does not forget who he is. He starts by killing that taskmaster. He sees that burning bush. He decides he's going to take the people out. They're pretty scared, but after all the plagues, let's count them.
Dam. Svardea.
We're out of there. We're out of there. We are at the sea. There were no swimming lessons in Egypt, but we jumped in anyway on the count of 3. Splash. 1, 2, 3.
Splash.
And there was no splash because it was dry. The sea parted at the last minute. We were free, and no sooner were we free were we complaining. We were wondering where the heck the water was. But we made it to the bottom of Mount Sinai, and here we have it, the Big Ten, the 10 Commandments that teach us how to be human beings in the world, how to respect each other, how to love each other. And there's chukim, there's mishpatim, there's the ritual laws, the ethical laws, all this great stuff happening on the top of Mount Sinai. What's happening on the bottom of Mount Sinai? Moo. A golden calf.
That's moo, not boo.
Moses comes down, smashes the tablets. We got to start all over again. Got to figure out how to make holy space, how to give sacrifices, how to bridge between the earthly realm and the heavenly realm. We have to figure out how to be a community. That's the hardest thing, even harder than living in the desert. And so we end up with Vayikra. All these korbanot, all these sacrifices. But the whole point of all those rules was just to try to figure out how to get close to God, how to build a mishkan, how to draw the divine presence close. There's so much that goes on in Vayikra. Oh, right, there's the holiness code. We read it on Yom Kippur. How to do ritual acts, how to do righteous acts, and to blend them all together in the beautiful tapestry that is Jewish life. There's also a lot of other stuff in Vayikra, like, a little leprosy, a lot of different things that the priests say. Oh, yeah, and we end with this idea that, guess what? You have to respect the land. Every 7 years, you got to let it rest. Very important. Okay, here we are. We are finally at Bamidbar. We are getting into the realm of the journey. And it's just a lot of air and a lot of rock and us, just community. And we even go and look into the promised land and we're like, oh, maybe we can do it. And then what do we say?
Look like
Nah,
grasshoppers.
I don't think so. I'm not brave enough. And God says,
Grasshoppers.
I know you're not ready. I know you're not ready. So much stuff goes on in Bamidbar. There is Korach with his rebellion. There are talking donkeys. There are piles of quail. There's Pinchas, a little religious fundamentalism, skewering people who are not doing the right thing. Don't worry, we're reform. And there's the 5 cities. There's the 5 cities of refuge. It's where you go if you made a mistake and you need somewhere to be safe. I'll tell you right now, this is a city of refuge. This whole book, what it means to be in religious life, to be in community, is to find a city of refuge, a place to be safe and sheltered. Now we are at Dvarim. We're at the end, which is kind of a repetition. And, my husband tells me I repeat a lot. When we love someone, we have to tell them again. We have to tell them again what to do in case they forget.
It's all original.
So the whole thing gets repeated. Here we come. We've got the Shema right here. You thought the stuff that we were reading in the Siddur was, just prayers. It comes right from Torah. We've got the Shema. We've got the V'ahavta. We chanted it together. We've got all kinds of laws, because you know what? It's going to get nitty and gritty once we get into the promised land. So we learn about judges and witnesses. What else did I put down here? Tzedek tirdof. We learn that we have to pursue righteousness, not just once. We have to keep running after it. We have to keep trying to understand what is the righteous thing to do. And it gets pretty specific. It's about, what do you do with captives? What do you do with mother birds? What do you build around your roof so no one falls off? We bridge the heavens and the earth with this Torah. And then we get towards the end. Ha'azinu, listen up. Really, this whole scroll is about listening, not to a ranting rabbi, as you are doing very well. Listening to each other, listening to God. V'zot habracha, this is the blessing. And so Moses leaves us at the very end. He's looking into the promised land. Guess what, folks? He's never going to make it. But he knows that it's a big circle. It's a big circle, as was said so beautifully before, that we're going to come back and we're going to recreate it again. We're going to enter the promised land. We're going to transfer that leadership to Joseph. And Moses says, you're going to find out it wasn't about me. You thought it was all about me. It's in you. You are going to build your own promised land. You're going to build a new world. And so we go from the ending all the way back to the beginning. And that, once again, folks, was Tarek Feldman's Torah tour. So now,
awesome. Who knew?
It's such an amazing thing. We have the Chatan and the Kala, the bride and bridegrooms of Torah, offering aliyot for the very end, which Cantor Friedlander is going to chant, leaving us with Moses' departure, Moses being buried with a kiss from God. And the families that have come together for that aliyah, it's a little bit of a jumble, but I'm going to tell you who you are. If your youngest child recently became a bar or bat mitzvah, then this is your moment for an aliyah. But before you chant, Rabbi Mobab, did you want to say anything? Okay. So we're thinking about, you might say, okay, my youngest kid is done. I'm done. Got what I needed from the synagogue. No, but we're just beginning. It's just starting. There's so much more to do. and for
Exactly
your
right.
kids as well. So this in honor of your continuing Jewish journey and in honor of the beautiful simcha that we shared and the many smachot, the many joyous moments in the future we will share. So if you are Club Chai or grandparents, this is not you. This is for parents who are done the B'nai Mitzvah game and moving on to even more. Okay, so can you see a blessing for everybody? 1, 2, 3.
Baruch Adonai Amvarach Leolam Ba'ed. Amen. Cantor Friedlander.
Amen. V'lo kam navi od b'Yisrael k'Moshe asher yida'o Adonai panim el panim l'chol ha'otot v'hamoftim asher shalacho Adonai la'asot be'eretz Mitzrayim לפרעה לכל עבודיו, לכל ארצו, ולכל היד החזקה, ולכל המורא הגדול, אשר עשה משה לעיני כל ישראל.
Closing blessing, 1, 2, 3.
Baruch atah Adonai,
Eloheinu melech haolam.
asher natan lanu
Torah emet,
v'chaye olam nata v'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
May your journey into Jewish living and growing continue. And thank you for being our teachers, our friends, our community members. Moving now to grandparents. Move over to the beret sheets.
Before we move to grandparents, just to say one thing about the very end and the very beginning. It's important to connect the beginning to the end and the end to the beginning, right? So what's the last letter of the Torah that we just read? What's the last letter? Lamed. And the first letter of the Torah is Bet. What's tonight about? The heart, which is Lev. Lamed at the end, Bet at the beginning. Lev, it's about the heart.
Tracy? Tracy, our Torah chanter? Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. So, grandparents, we know you witness many, many wonderful new beginnings. Gina, too. You ready? Okay. Grandparents and Club Chai representative Elaine. 1, 2. Baruch Adonai Hamurach Leolam Ba'ed.
Melech Olam Asher Vatabanu Mikol Amin Vetanotanu Torah Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
And Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim v'et haaretz v'ha